Well, good morning. Today we are winterizing the RV, and I think I picked a good day to do it. It is snowing in Michigan today. Up into the 40s later, almost 40. So that's why we chose today. Tonight's going to get like really cold. Then we bounce back, and then we're back up in the 50s. So Michigan really bounces around. That's why I'm never too concerned about rushing out and winterizing right away, because it constantly changes. So anyway, I'll show you how we're doing our winterization. Previous owners never winterized it. So I'm going to actually be installing a winterization pump kit onto it. That way you don't have to disconnect and all that, since there's not one on it. So I'll show you how to do that. It's very simple. Yeah, it's sticking. The windshield's covered. And yes, that's last week's tag from the campground. I'm pretty bad at taking them off. Sometimes they're on for a month, 2 months, whatever. I tend to forget about them. So I'm loading the truck, and I realized I only had 1.5 gallons of antifreeze left from, it must have been last season. Anyway, so I'm off to the hardware store, hoping that they still have some. And the snow's actually picked up. They said it was going to turn to rain, but it's getting thicker. So anywho, yeah, that's Michigan. So I was in and out real fast. They had it by the door. You know what? One thing that's kind of nice about waiting this late in the season to get your antifreeze. I'm going over some rough road here. Yeah, one thing that's nice about waiting this late in the season to get your antifreeze is it becomes dirt cheap. I got 4 bottles for like $7. So. Yeah. Anyway, there are times that we get really cold in Michigan a lot sooner than this. So I just keep an eye on the weather, and if it's going to be freezing or below freezing longer than 2 days, then I go out, and that's when I'll winterize. But in the daytime, if it's warm and it's only cold at night for like 1 or 2 nights, I don't really stress about it. So, anywho, get back over to the house. I'm going to pick up Betsy and Piper, get some winterization done, and then who knows what else today. All right, I've already come out here and drained the hot water tank. What you want to do, make sure that it's already cool when you do it. You're going to pull this first. That's going to release any pressure in the tank and a little bit of water. Then you can go ahead and take that out. If you have just a stopper, I can't think right now, or if you have the anti-rod, pull that out and then just leave it like that. Then try to locate your drains. Let me get down here. You can see them kind of back there. That's for the holding tank. That will drain it totally. Open it up, leave it. Find your low point drains, which usually there's a label. This coach doesn't. Open them out, let all the water drain out, and put the tops back on them. So this unit, like I said, the previous owners never winterized it. So I'm going to go ahead and put this pump conversion kit on, make it easier on me, and I'll show you guys how to do that. I'm not going to be able to do this anymore. anymore, I don't think. So for the hot water tank, you don't want to be filling the whole thing. So we are going to head and we are going to winterize it, or bypass it. So cold's going into there. So we need it to stop here. So the water will go in. And we'll close that one off too. Right. Yep, okay. I'm not putting the panels back on because when we have to summarize the unit, I'm going to need to get into there. Here, not as much because I'm going to put this kit in. So I'm taking off the main water line coming in from the freshwater tank. It's always good to have a towel nearby because sometimes she'll piddle. Alright, so we got that off. Let's see. I wish I had a flashlight though or something. It's just getting hard to see. Actually, hand me my phone. I can use the flashlight on my phone. Yeah, now we can see so much better. So, we got this little connection fitting here that will allow it to go to the pump and then the bypass switch. It'll be easier on me. We might have to move some of this insulation around here. Actually, the pump's loose. I have to fix that in the spring. So I am turning this so it looks like a T, upside down T. So our winterization hose is going to go on here. This is going to go around here onto here, and this coach, our filling hose is right there, which is really a horrible place for her. But I should have just enough room to do it. And I am filling water, so I will dry that before we leave. And I'm actually going to go the opposite way that I said, just because that hose is in the way. Since this is a T-shaped pipe, it'll be fine. Maybe. Let's move this valve down, that way I can get in there. There we go. That would have been better if I did that in the first place. No one said I was smart. Get that on there so I can't twist it no more. It's feeling pretty good there. Put this part together. That. This is going to go on the other end. Try not to kink it. This is just a cap. If you're going to take this hose off in the winter or summer, you can put this cap back on. If you have the valve closed, it shouldn't matter. So, the only problem I'm going to have is this is underneath here, so I can't really see what I'm doing. And I'm probably blocking the camera's view, so it's all good. So, oh, with this mess you have to mind it, but there's the whole switch there, if you can see. So all we have to do now is just turn it, and then it will turn the pump on. It will start sucking the antifreeze in. The only problem is we can't get a full bottle out of this. So it goes into there. Actually, do I have enough clearance? Let's see if we have enough clearance to do it in here. If not, I'm gonna have to get an extension hose because it is very tight. So I'll spill it. This way. Yeah, there we go. No extension hose today. Pull that off. And again, this hose is really tight because it's cold. So we gotta get it into the bottle, which I am trying to do blind. There we go. Slide that in there. Slide it so it goes almost all the way down. Okay. From here, we're gonna turn the pump on. And hopefully I have the valve the right way. We'll find out in a second. If nothing comes out, then I'll have to check the valve. Turn the pump on. Hopefully we'll start seeing pink. There's pink. That's what we want. Uh-oh. Maybe I can fit. Oh, I shouldn't have that extra late night pizza.
Oh.
I'm not sure what that was.
I don't either.
So let's move this stuff out of the sink here. Same thing. We're gonna run her till she goes pink. Give it a little bit more love. Oops. Run the toilet till we go pink. And, oh, that's right, this one. These out.
Oh, wait, got a little party over
This
here.
we're going to be using outside because we got to winterize the outside one. So first we're going to turn on cold. Still in pink. There we go. Come on. Come on. There she goes. It's got pink coming out now. Shut that off. So since we just put this in last week, we definitely don't want it to freeze and burn. So you do have to winterize your outside. Turn that on so we get pink. There we go.
There.
Got some pink. Get the hot. Shut the cold off. That way I definitely know. There we go. I'm going to shut that off. And then I'm going to disconnect this. But at the same time, I'm going to try to hold it upright. That way I can keep some of the antifreeze in there. But now that's winterized. And our poor precious tire cover. It's gone.
What happened?
60-mile-an-hour winds going down the highway, blowing us all over. I think it tore it to shreds. It was brand new too.
Oh my god.
2 gallons. I'm gonna shut the pump off. Then, don't keep crap in your sink. But this is fine because we're gonna pour some down the P-trap, just to be on the safe side. Plus, this gets rid of the bottle. Because your drains typically don't freeze, but keep it in there anyway. That way it sits, because the P-trap is basically that U-shape one underneath there. That way if you dropped your jewelry in there or something catches it, you want that. Now there's already some in here, but I'm going to get rid of the bottle by putting it in the toilet. It doesn't have to be tricky. Where it gets tricky is in your fifth wheels, well, in some of your new travel trailers even, your motorhomes, all that, they have a washer-dryer combo. That's tricky. Or if you have an built-in ice maker. We had that in our pusher. Thank God when we bought it, the line was already broken, and we never used it. Those are where it gets tricky. Some people will actually winterize their hot water tank. But then you're going to need 6 more gallons just for that tank. And then you got to rinse the hell out of it because you're going to get that chalky, foamy-ness out of it. And again, this is safe to drink, but you don't want to drink it. They call it red pot, but it's not really. So now I'm going to take the line out. Pop this out here. Close this, we'll take it home. I ended up buying 4 extra gallons today because it was so cheap. And that's the bonus about buying it so late in the season. Now, because I am a typical idiot and I'll forget come summarizing, I'll turn the pump on and we won't get nowhere. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the switch back now. And then I don't have to worry about it. Back April 2 years ago when we still had the pusher, we were at Frigabooth Jellystone, turning all the water on. We were summarizing it there at the lot. And I'm not getting pressure, and somebody comes by, your hot water tank's still wide open and you're pouring water out. And it's pretty typical. I forget these things. So. Anywho, that's the simplest way to winterize. You can do it the old-fashioned way with the pump going in through the freshwater holding tank on the outside on a coach like this. If you have a winterization kit on some of your newer coaches, they're already out there. You just hit it, sucks it in, makes it easier. This isn't hard. People pay a lot of money to have it done. I am guilty for that. We used to pay to have our diesel pusher done, but it didn't cost me that much because my dear friend Mike owns a RV repair shop. So if I bought the materials, he did it. So anyway, that's basically it. Another thing I wanted to add, it's always a good time when you're winterizing just to kind of go through your drawers and your pantry and make sure there ain't no canned goods, bottled water, anything like that that's going to freeze, expand, and break and become a nasty mess next season. So I always make it a rule of thumb to kind of go through and check everything. Many years ago, it was during the summer too, we thought we had everything out of the motorhome, and I don't know, a month and a half later or whatever, went back to it to do something, and there was this horrible smell, and there was a can of condensed milk that was open in the refrigerator, baking all that time. Let me tell you, it's not a pleasant odor. And back when I was still in RV sales, we'd have these used units come in. Sometimes people would forget something. And I remember we had a gorgeous high-end fifth wheel diesel pusher come in, and staging it for video and everything. And the smell was getting me sick. And there was an onion. At least I think it was an onion. It was black and flat and nasty that they left in the refrigerator. And they said that they haven't used the RV in a year. So always check that stuff, because let me tell you, sometimes those odors are hard to get out, and the stain left behind from that onion thing, we could get out. You know, it basically damaged the plastic inside the refrigerator there. So yeah, you know, keep that in mind. Double check. At least you know, it might take an extra couple of minutes, but in the end, it's going to be a better outcome. So. Anywho, we're gonna head back and get some other stuff done. So till next time, happy trails. And for all our followers in the warmer states, this is what it's looking like right now. So, yep, I'm done with it already. You can go away. I wanted to take this time to thank Betsy. She has been getting more involved with our channel. She's also been learning how to use the camera and getting more comfortable being on camera. She's been a great help on these last couple videos. And Betsy, I just want to say thank you, and I love you. And at that, I will say, until next time, happy trails.